I can do it if you want. Should I start it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, are you serious? You really just did that? Wow. All right, we're live.
You like that?
Yeah, that's beautiful. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's episode 22, entitled Epic Awesomeness, with the Linux Tech and Gaming Podcast. It's Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And yes, we are 7 minutes late.
As
oh
usual.
well. Oh well. This is a pretty leisurely, laid-back podcast. And, you know, we do like to be on time and stuff, but things happen and life occurs and no big deal. So here we are. We have a great show scheduled for you tonight. We had a guest. I had a guest lined up. I was going to inform everybody about Dying Light, but apparently she got stuck at work. So boo-hoo, no Dying Light information from her.
This
but
week.
oh well. Yeah, this week. Right. She might be on next week or another time. So, you know, we still have other great topics that we want to cover. And for those of you new to the show, you know, this is a gaming podcast with a Linux twist, a Linux spin. You know, all things gaming, all things Linux. And if you want to ever get any more information about it, we do have a website. It's linuxtechandgaming.com. And you can get fill in all of your informational needs at that website. You know, and if you ever need to get a hold of any of us, there's our Twitter handles right there on the screen. And that's probably the easiest way to get a hold of us. And below our images as well is each of our player.me accounts, because player.me is a newer service that's similar to Twitter, but it's gaming centric. So
Well,
it's not just
more like a Facebook for gamers.
Good point. Yeah, because it allows you to post more than just like a 140 character post, but there's a wall, and you know, there's people you can follow and, you know, not follow, and so on and so forth. So it's sort of Twitter-ish, sort of Facebook-ish for gamers. It's really an awesome site. You know, it pretty much links to everything all in one spot. That's why I think each of us utilize it, because if you go to my player.me account, you're going to get my Steam ID, you're going to get my Twitter, you'll get my whatever, you know, you can think of. You'll get all my handles. And for the most part, handle, by the way, is like a term. I think, I don't know what industry it's used in, whether it's trucking or something, but you know, someone's handle, quote unquote handle, is just their username. Okay, it's from Ham Radio. Yeah. So that's their username. So you'll be able to get all of our, you know, links to all of our other social media sites and you know, gaming content distribution sites and so on and so forth, right from the PlayerMe profile. And if you are interested in joining PlayerMe, each of us have invite links. So we can provide those right now to you if you are interested. I will try to monitor the YouTube chat, Atomic. Do you want to monitor the IRC, or what do you have a preference on?
I've kind of got the Twitch and Hitbox. And
perfect. Okay.
Clash of the Bro suggests a game called Free Doom, and I don't know if we've covered that one before, but it is a re-implementation of Doom with all free content.
Really?
Yes.
Free Doom.
Yes.
Okay.
freedoom.github.io.
Okay.
It's a website I found.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting game.
.github.io.
Yes.
All right. Free Doom. All right. Cool.
So that's
okay. So usually what we do, our first segment of the show, is the Atomic Ass shares with us. Oh, by the way, I'll just fill you guys in. Osiris, our third
wheel
co-host, our third wheel, can't make it tonight. He had some real life issues arise, and if he does come, he'll be late, obviously. So that is not his real photo over there. So please don't
Yes.
misinterpret
Please,
because
please
he's
enjoy the artistic rendering of Osiris.
yes, yeah, yeah, and um, although Atomic, I do have to pick on you. You didn't even get his race correct. He's not white. He's
The
he's
background's white.
black.
He's black. He's made with black
Right.
ink. Don't you see that?
All right. Okay, so our first topic that we'll go into, or I should say, our first segment that we do every week is Atomic covers, specifically a Linux game in his gigantic 400 game Linux gaming library. So, what game do you have for us this week, Atomic?
This week I have Luftrausers. And
Okay.
Luftrausers is a very simple 2D bullet hell.
The rouser uses single-stick control technology to dominate the sky.
And yeah,
It's by Devolver. It's by Devolver Digital.
yes,
Exquisite, isn't it? Rousers are customizable.
and
All right.
Weapons, fuselage,
runs
and
fantastically
propulsion systems.
at 30 frames a second.
Oh, so slightly better than that movie quality. Slightly
Yes.
better than that 24 FPS.
Yes, so many frames per second it left my eyes bleeding.
And your aircraft will repair itself.
All right. One quick point, everybody. The graphic that you see, or the hashtags that you see in the lower right, disregard the lowest one, Linux tag. It's an older hashtag that we just haven't removed from the image, our overlay yet. So,
Yes.
sorry, just disregard it. You could probably, Atomic, you could probably use a text overlay and do all underscores and then put it right over it. I mean, just as a quick fix right now, if you wanted to. I don't know.
Probably could.
But anyway, it's not that big a deal. Yeah. So to give everybody a little bit of history on that, there's a German organization called Linux Tag. Literally, they're copyrighted and whatever, and they already do their own thing. And they're an open source initiative over in Europe, and we communicated with them a little bit and told them our goals, and they shared their goals. And while we have similar goals, we're more so directed at gaming, whereas they're directed more at open source in general, in a broader sense. And even though our goals are aligned, they chose, or they asked us to not use Linux Tag in any hashtags or any Twitter handles and stuff like that. So, we're not concerned about any legal things that might arise from it, but we did change the hashtag just so that there's no confusion to our supporters and viewers and whatnot. So,
The moral of the story here being look before you hashtag.
yes, look before you hashtag. And whoever, I think Osiris pulled our Twitter handle, which is Linux_tag. That's not going to change. I don't really care. I don't think we care. It's not going to change because I don't think Linux Tag has a Twitter handle, or if they do, it's Linux Tag. It's not Linux_tag. So tag, everybody, if you haven't connected the dots yet, is tech and gaming. pretty self-explanatory. So here we go. Luftrausers. Atomic, you gonna play the video?
I already did.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a short video,
All right.
but basically,
Looks like it's a flying game.
yeah, it's your
Or
standard bullet hell shooter
Okay.
in aircraft form. But the
It's
objective,
a 2D dogfighter
yeah,
with custom planes and momentum-focused movement. Huh.
yes, and yeah, it's a pretty simple game. It's one of those ones that the controller is not really optional, and the controller support works pretty well.
Okay.
So that's a good.
Nice. Would you
Good
say
thing.
that the game plays better using a controller, or is it totally preference type thing for this game?
This is one of those things where for me personally, I could not play this on a keyboard, but probably someone out there is like keyboard master race, yo.
Yeah, yeah. Right. Like you guys. Say that to me all the time, or Osiris does,
We
whatever.
no, we say mouse master race, and that's with
Yeah.
first person shooters.
Right, right, right. Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Because
there's no
you cheating, you
there
little cheater, with
right.
your auto
My
aim,
right.
aim assist.
Yep, aim assist with the controller in Linux game or in all gaming, PC gaming. So,
Hey,
okay,
Techie
left browsers. How much is left browsers? Does it say on here?
Booth
Or is it
browsers.
free to play?
No, it's $10 right now. It does go on
Okay.
sale. I
Yeah.
think I got it 75% off because that's how I usually do.
Right, right.
Cheapskate.
Yep. You buy you're a smart buyer.
Yes.
Buy when things are on sale. Like, I mean, it's ridiculous how quickly my Steam library is growing. I mean, yeah, it has nothing against, nothing on yours, but
I mean,
it's up there.
I've got a 400 plus game library now for like $3 a game.
400 plus.
Yes.
Wow. That's pretty crazy because mine, I mean, I just, when Steam for Linux came out, which actually is one of our one of our topics, but when it came out, I pretty much instantly bought a bunch of games like Serious Sam 3 BFE, and a few others. So my library is up to, I just opened Sudoku instead of Steam. That happens. Games, Steam, come on. My library, I believe, is like 78 Linux games, so that's really not 400, but it's healthy enough to where, this whole argument that I see repeatedly on YouTube comments after I'll post a comment to someone's video, where the video kind of refers to Steam OS and or Linux gaming a little bit, then you get these trolls that come on there and say, oh, so you can play those two games that are available for Linux? And sure, maybe that was true 20 years ago, but I mean, come on, people, it's 2015, and there's almost 2,800 games in all between Desura, GOG, which is, good old games, Steam, and Game Agent. And I mean, that doesn't even include all the indie developers that I don't even know about, or indie developers, indie titles that are just so obscure or hidden that unless you're really looking for it, you don't even know the game is out there. Like one of the ones that I really enjoyed, which I'm kind of derailing the topic here, but I still wanted to cover it, or I still want to just mention it real quick, is You Still Won't Make It. And it's a super simple little game where you have to traverse through a map or through a level and not die. And it's one of those ones where you die, you have to start the level completely over. And it's a lot of fun. And it's only like $4.99, and they have a demo. So if you want to try it first on your system before you buy, that's a thing. And I will say this, it worked originally with a controller, although that game, you have to be really precise with where you land. So I actually like the controller because you can slow down the sensitivity of the analog control sticks, whereas usually with a keyboard and mouse, you're just pushing A and D to go back and forth, and the jump is the space bar. But anyway, so You Still Won't Make It is one of those games, unless you see it like on a forum or you hear about it right now on a podcast, you're not gonna know about the title. But the argument that there's no games for Linux just needs to just stop. Like it needs to stop.
It's just trolling.
It's trolling. No, I think these people legitimately don't know. That's what's the most disturbing part. And Valve and their marketing of Steam OS, and it hasn't been the the best marketing campaign, I'll say that. But the Game Developers Conference that's coming up in March are going to have Steam machines front and center. So maybe, with the Game Developers Conference, we're going to see our first Unreal Engine 4 game possibly for Linux. We're going to see Steam boxes or Steam machines finally being released for sale, possibly, or at least we'll get some more info about it all. So the Game Developers Conference is really, it's on my radar. I'd like to attend, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But anyway, so my point is, I did an article back before around Christmas time that said, give me all the Linux games, and I did the research and figured out how many games were available at each of the particular sites that I linked. And like I said, there's like 2,800 games. So if that's not enough games for you and you're a gamer, then I don't know what to tell you. Find another hobby then.
Of course, to be fair, a large portion of that 2,800 is shovelware.
Well, sure. I mean, yeah, I can't. I mean, there's a bunch of shovelware on OS X though, and Windows. So I mean, yeah, those little developers that barely put enough effort into it and release the game and say, "Oh, it's $3.99. You can buy my game," and it's shit.
I was thinking more like the $10 hidden object games.
Elaborate, please.
Yeah, there's a developer on Steam who's released dozens and dozens and dozens of games, all hidden object, all available tri-platform. Yeah, it's pushing the number up, but it's not pushing the quality up by much.
Oh, so you're saying he's releasing these games that aren't really a game, or what are you saying? Sorry.
I mean, for hidden object games, for the genre, they're okay games. They work, they run, they play, but
yeah,
hidden object is hidden object. It's not really a puzzle game.
Okay,
it's just kind of a thing.
Random, find the hidden object type thing.
Yes. Where's Waldo?
All right.
You won the game.
Right. All right. So that pretty much covers our first segment of the show, and it's left. What was it again? Jesus.
Luftrausers.
Luftrausers.
You got to say it the German way.
Luftrausers.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't. I have German. I'm like 95% German, but I've never spoken German, so that doesn't help me one bit. All right.
Yes.
Messaged.
So
transitioning into our first topic, we have the GTX 970.
Oh.
And we have some information to share.
We do.
Good, bad, or indifferent. Here we go. What do you got for us, Atomic?
So, the GTX 970 has had some issues with its VRAM. The answer that NVIDIA has come up with is that although the card has 4 gigs, it actually has 3.5 gigs that's contiguous, and then it has this half a gig off somewhere else that's using some voodoo magic, whatever. And when a card tries to access it, it goes.
It nopes?
All the nopes.
All right.
That's
not good.
We're talking about.
We have a friend of the show. Go ahead, yeah.
We're talking about games going from 40 to 50 FPS at 4K, which this card can do, down to 2 frames a second.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yes. Sudden deceleration.
Yeah. Huh. So we have a friend of the show, and he's got a 970. I don't know which manufacturer it's from, but that's interesting. He hasn't shared anything like that with us.
Well,
how prevalent is this problem on the internet?
I mean,
that people have been audible about. Or,
it's pretty obvious. Linus Tech has already covered the issue. Tech Syndicate, I think Jay's 2 cents. It's getting around, yeah.
Okay.
But the issue really isn't going to show up for a lot of gamers at 1080p, because right now games aren't really stressing 4 gigs of VRAM at 1080p, and good thing too, because that would mean 4 gigs is nowhere near enough for 4K, which is true. But
yeah,
right now 2 gigs is comfortable for 1080p. Like my 2 gigabyte 750 Ti rarely uses full memory. It's usually sitting between 1 gig and 1.5 gig, because the game just isn't going to use all of it.
Yeah.
And this has led to my personal guideline that you need about 1 gigabyte-ish for every megapixel that you're displaying. So I got 1080p, that's 2 megapixels. 2 gigs is enough. So if you're running 1080p on a 970, you may never even experience the issue.
Ah, okay, sure. That's interesting. I wonder how much RAM. I think my card's got 2 gig.
Yes, it does.
My 760. Yeah, and I do. Well, it's a 760, so it's the last chipset, basically. The Kepler, not Maxwell. So, interesting.
Oh, and
I wonder what game do you think in Linux is the one that would stress the memory the most? Metro Last Light, or is that memory intensive, or?
I don't believe that I've played that since I got the 750 Ti. I might have to try that.
Okay, yeah. I think I booted back into it for the 760 when Osiris he was asking me what I was getting, because he's got the 780 and I got the 760, and he wanted to find out how many FPS I got. But I know I didn't play through the game again with the 760. I actually, believe it or not, I played through it on our 7770 Black Edition, in my AMD gaming rig, and live streamed it. So that was interesting in itself, because I couldn't just use the PC to game and stream it. I used the PC to game and then grabbed the signal from the HDMI port and pulled it into an Elgato HD, and then used a Windows 7 computer, and the Elgato or OBS software to stream my gaming session. So I was still getting like 40 frames per second, or no, 30. I think I was getting like 30 FPS on an R7770 with the FGLRX driver by displaying a 720p window on my gaming rig, and then also outputting a 720p display over HDMI. So that was an interesting setup. I mean, probably not many gamers use an external capture card to capture their PC gaming session. It's definitely a unique setup.
I think when you get to the serious professionals, they might do that.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely, yeah. I'm talking about just the casual streamers and gamers, whatever.
Yeah.
Dedicated professionals, whatever, for either shows or podcasts or game whatever's, they have definitely a dedicated streaming box.
Yeah.
Whether it's dedicated hardware like DeckLink by Blackmagic, where it can accept like SDI video or HDMI video or whatever, or if it's just a computer with a capture device, that'll pull from your gaming PC. Yeah.
And welcome, Coop, to the stream.
Two Coop, what's up, Two Coop?
Yeah. And those damn dogs. But
your dogs?
Yes.
I don't think I knew you had dogs. When did you get those?
Well, I don't.
You probably always had them.
I don't. My parents do.
Ah, gotcha. All right. So, is there anything else that you think is pertinent to the 970 that we want to share with everybody?
I neglected to mention that the PC Master Race has been having a field day with this.
Oh, jeez.
Hence the image on screen
Yeah, the average, the GM204, the average
GPU
CPU
uses
uses
100% of their
100%
memory
of
capacity.
their memory capacity.
Imagine what it could do with 87%. A film by NVIDIA, 970.
Oh, wow.
Starring Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. Wait, why? So they're just saying that the 970 only utilizes 87% of its memory capacity, or what?
Well, if you use more than that, well, I
It
hope you
nopes.
didn't
Okay,
game,
yeah.
bro.
Right. I hope you weren't planning on continuing that game. Wow. All right. Well, that kind of, yeah, I mean, you know, we could report on the 960, but that's just a, what did they even release that for?
It's just, it's your card with a little bit of
Extra, yeah,
magic
power
pixie
save.
dust.
I mean, yeah, exactly. A little tiny power savings, which really isn't a thing, as Osiris loves to point out. Power savings in today's whatever world, when you're talking $10 for an entire year, probably isn't a thing. So
Well,
getting, if you really want a 960, well, see, and the other advantage I would say to Maxwell over Kepler is if you're into dedicated rendering, but we're talking only like maybe a 5%, 10% increase at that low scale, at that low level. A 960, you know, is not going to produce that much faster or better rendering. Well, it won't be any better, but it might be faster than a Kepler dedicated NVENC encoder.
yeah.
Maybe.
The what was I just thinking? Oh yeah, my personal rig. I've actually hooked it up to a kilowatt, and according to its projections, I let it run for 3 months. According to its
Oh my God!
according to
Really?
its projections, with my 4790K and 750 Ti, and the thing runs 24/7. I pay about $100 a year in electricity for it. So you can make a difference of a few dollars, depending on the graphics card.
Sure. Yep. I mean, the whole argument of, you know, do you spend the extra money and get the 960, or do you just get the 760? It's going to depend on the type of gamer you are. You know, it's going to depend on a lot of things.
It's also going to
And,
depend on how good of a deal you get. I mean,
oh, of course.
I wouldn't buy a 760 for more than $150 right now.
Right now, of course,
Right
yeah,
now.
yeah. I'm sure a lot of sites have lowered the 760 tremendously to get rid of them, because I'm sure the 900 series are flying off the shelves, or maybe they're not. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention because, you know, I bought my 760 a year ago, pretty much a year ago to, you know, around this time, and it still does fine for me. I mean, all the games that I play, I'm pretty much, you know, at 60, or I'm right around 60 FPS, and it's sufficient for me, you know. So yeah, I mean, until I have the extra money, and maybe someone wants to buy the 760 from me, or yeah, then I probably won't be getting a 970 or a 980. You know, yeah. So all right, well, that pretty much covers that topic. Our next topic that we have is for the yeah, I guess we can share. Yeah, go ahead, Atomic, and share this little video that Osiris created talking about player.me. Is that what this next topic is?
Where did I put the link? There it is.
Right below.
Okay.
Oh, you switch scenes, and now you have to switch scenes back? Or no?
Oh, these ads, though.
What's up? This is Osiris, the PC Pimp, and today I'm going to introduce to you
so loud.
A new website for content creators and
But yes,
gamers alike called Player.me.
Osiris made a video about Player.me, which you can...
Okay. We can share it with everybody. Sure, might as well, since I pretty much covered Player.me in the beginning of the show, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what Osiris has to say about it.
Yeah,
I actually need to listen to it. Why is that link so weird, may I ask?
Because it's got a list
for several
with it.
reasons, mostly because
gotcha.
For content creators, it aggregates or puts everything that you would want your fans to see or subscribers to see in one good place. So if you look right here, you have links to all your social media websites: Facebook, G+, Hitbox, Steam, Twitch, Twitter.
Oh wow, where did he get this music from?
So
it's like Zelda or something.
All the other places all at once.
Who knows? He might have made it himself.
Yeah, that's true.
Right here, you can upload images from right there. Have your favorite games right there. You know, then it has a dedicated tab for games. Dedicated tab with all your videos that are linked from your YouTube.
Deleted link.
This is just a tab for uploading images and your activities. And now your activities is similar to like Facebook or Twitter, where more like Facebook, where it kind of...
Of course, he rambles on for like 10 minutes here.
Oh, does he?
Tell people what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm trying to post the link to the video, and Hitbox is the only one that's letting me do it. Hitbox Master Race.
No, I know why. I can tell you later. Well, I can tell you now. It's because I think I disabled allowing people to post links in the chat on Twitch, I think.
Mod me on Twitch?
Yeah, I can mod you.
Yeah, mod both of us. Mod Osiris too.
Right.
So we can actually do something in our own channel.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But yeah.
I don't even know. Logged in. What the hell's going on?
Comments can't contain links. Such nonsense.
Wait, we're the only ones viewing it in Twitch? What?
No.
Well, I'm under the viewer list. Oh, whatever. I'm logged in, but yet This is weird.
What?
Oh, I'm logged in under Ubuntu Addicted. That's the problem.
Yeah. Because you don't know what you're doing.
I don't. I don't think... I never claimed to say it. Or I did, actually, yes.
I know what I'm doing. Nope.
Yeah, right.
But anyway.
Yeah, I think we can stop it now. Yeah. So Player.me is an awesome site in my opinion, just like Osiris said, because it aggregates, all of your content. If you are a creator, even if you're not a creator, and you're just interested in following myself or Atomic or Osiris, it'll keep you up to date with what content we release, because sometimes YouTube's like letting you know when we release a video. YouTube's kind of flaky sometimes, and just it's a great place to have it all in one spot. So Player.me, check it out. We can even if you are that interested in joining it, I'll post my Player.me invite link right now for everybody. Atomic can post his as well. You get it from under settings, Atomic, if you are interested in it. Sharing that with everybody. If I can find the show. Comments can't contain links. Wow.
That's nonsense.
So YouTube won't let me either, yeah.
I actually managed to get something on YouTube, but something that people who know what they're doing will be able to use.
Right. Okay. So I was just trying to get logged into Twitch. Do you want to go on to the next topic?
Sure. The next topic is... Oh, we actually skipped this one, but I've recently turned 2 years old on Steam.
On Steam? You mean Steam turned 2 years old? Nice.
Oh, no. Steam for Linux turned 2 years old a while ago. And Steam has been around for 12 plus years. Yeah. But I'm not streaming it. Yes, there it is. 2 years of service unlocked.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yes.
then I misunderstood when we talked earlier and you were telling me that's, 2 years old. I'm like, okay, Steam's 2 years old. I totally didn't understand what you meant when you said that. Now I get it.
I said I'm 2 years
You've
old
been
on
on Steam. Right. Yeah, I totally misunderstood. So, awesome, man. Congrats. Where would that be under my profile somewhere?
Yes, you click on your profile and then you click on a little box with a number in it. You should be about 2 yourself. Because I think...
Years of service. Yep. December 8th of 2012. I
Yep.
too am 2. I too am 2. And if you're...
Osiris has been gaming for a little bit longer than us, so I think he's got a few more years of service in.
Nice. Okay.
See where he is.
He's
got 4 years of service.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
Since December 10th, 2010. So yeah.
Awesome. If you guys are interested in connecting with us on Steam, the easiest way to go about doing that would be to join our Steam group. And it's right under, if you go to groups right now, Atomic,
Yep.
you'd be able to, okay, you probably are. I'm just watching a lagged stream. That's all right. By the way, the quality is just freaking phenomenal.
Well,
I'll throw
yes.
that out there. We only stream the good stuff.
Oh, yes.
Man, this quality is just insane.
Yeah, you can read everything.
Yeah. I mean, that is awesome. So I'm just populating all of the the chat boxes with the Player Me link for if they are interested in joining Player.me, you can do it through my link. I don't know, maybe the site is out of that mode where you need an invite link to join it. It probably is, but I believe the service is still in beta, possibly. Or did it leave beta?
When I joined, I didn't use anybody's invite link. And
okay, all right.
It made me wait like a day, maybe 12 to 18 hours, so I don't know.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, you might get on there faster if you use an invite link.
That could be, yeah. Okay.
Yes, Coop.
Sweet. So,
Steam has been around since 2003, so some people have 12 years of service.
Wow.
It's just they're all, Windows peasants. Linux Master Race.
Yeah, Linux for the win.
Yes.
All right. So, what do we got for our next topic? It is Dying Light. Brand new game. Just came out yesterday. And as I was saying earlier, if you missed that information, we were going to have a woman...
Oh!
Save your woman jokes. We were going to have a woman come on the show and inform us and educate us about Dying Light. It's basically, you can kind of think of it as a survival zombie type game. The same developers that made Dead Island have made Deadlight. The
Dying Light.
Video. Huh?
Dying Light.
What did I say?
Deadlight.
Oh, okay. So thank you for the correction. Dying Light was developed by the same people. Oh, snap. Jim just died.
Yes.
Jim died on you. Revive him quick.
And he died again. I don't
close some of those tabs, bro.
It's only my third window. I should be able
Oh
to...
my god, what? It keeps dying on you.
Yes. It
all
does
right,
not
so
want to...
yeah.
It does not want to
the developers that came up with Dying Light are Techland, and like I said, they're the same developers that came up with Dead Island, and it's a pretty much a hack and slash type survival type zombie game. And from what I've been told, I'm watching the video in the background. I don't know if you want to go to dyinglight.com, dyinglightgame.com.
Didn't work.
It keeps crashing on you.
That was the one that was crashing.
Yeah, it's pretty heavily flash-based background video back there. Yeah. But it looks pretty like they're showing this person running around a map, traversing like railings and jumping from one roof to another roof, and really the mechanics look really smooth and everything looks pretty cool.
Yes, it is exactly like Mirror's Edge.
I don't know what Mirror's Edge is. Okay.
You just have to go look it up. It's a console port. It's not on Linux though. It's a console port that
well, that's not, or Mirror's Edge isn't on
parkour.
Linux.
Right.
Oh, it's like parkour, zombie-ish type. Okay.
No. You're actually a courier in Mirror's Edge. But the parkour is the same.
Nice. So the main point about Dying Light is that it's available to us Linux users.
Hey!
Yeah, what up? Another Linux title for us to game on. Unfortunately, there's issues.
Oh...
Share with us the issues, Atomic.
First, I gotta share this pun. Has anyone played Dying Light yet? I'm dying to know what it's like.
Wow. Oh boy. Where's the drum? Yeah, boom, boom. All right, what do we got? What do we got? This is a Reddit post.
Yes.
Of people that are complaining already, or just informing others about the issues.
Apparently, no matter what settings you use, or even graphics cards, it gets down to like 20 to 30 frames a second once you go outside when running it on Linux. For example, some people here are using GTX 970s at 720p. And
a GTX 970.
Yes.
And he has to play it at 720p.
And barely playable. And here's another guy.
Ugh.
A GTX 970, 1080p, lowest settings, 20 to 30 frames a second.
Wow.
Wow. So I'm thinking it's not...
a little disturbing.
I'm thinking it's not GPU bound there. Something's going on.
Right.
Because it's getting this approximately the same performance, 720p and 1080p, according to like a sample size of 2, which doesn't mean much. But if people are getting comparable performance across different graphics cards, across different resolutions, I'm going to call it CPU bound. Something is chewing up the CPU because more people have comparable CPUs, something between 3.5 and 4.5 gigahertz clocked. And knowing games, it's probably single-threaded. So it's pulling a Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Minecraft's really memory intensive just because of Java. But you can control it, by telling it you only use 3 gig of my RAM for Java. But
RAM doesn't become an issue with vanilla Minecraft until you start adding shaders and texture packs and shit like that. Because I can easily run it inside of a gig and it doesn't give me trouble for several hours at least.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, what else can you share with us about Dying Light? It's $60 They didn't do a beta, right? They did a pre-access or what? A pre-alpha or what they do?
They released a version to they released a press release, and I've seen some notable YouTubers like Cryotic played it.
Did Total Biscuit or no?
He might have, but I don't really
Follow
pay
him?
too much attention to his content because
Sure.
just doesn't interest me as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently he did a 27-minute video on it.
No.
He's got a sexy voice, I'll give him that.
He does.
It's definitely a radio voice. Yeah, it's definitely a radio voice.
It works for the kind of show he does.
Right. Yep. Okay. Well, there's... Oh, wow. Within the first 30 seconds, he tells you that he's already dealing with technical issues with the game Dying Light. That's usually not good when you start a game review or you're sharing the video's already got 210,000 viewers and 9,000 upvotes, but thumbs up anyway. So I would steer clear of this, guys. Especially if you're a Linux gamer, although it looks like what Atomic just shared with us, it doesn't matter whether you're Linux, whether you're Windows or whatever. It sounds like the game maybe just needs a few little tweaks or optimizations, or
it just came out of alpha.
Right? Yeah, I understand. Right? Yeah.
And they released
literally today.
It's just got 2010 plus game syndrome, which is the thing that's been going around lately, where they release betas and call them finished products.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, about that,
did
Ubisoft
make this game? Should we get out the shovels?
Is there faces missing? Or heads missing from characters? Is it 24 FPS? If not, then it's obviously not the cinematic experience that game developers are shooting for. Oh, man. So, all right. Yeah, that pretty much wraps up our coverage of Dying Light. We will definitely probably cover this again, in a later episode. If we possibly get some review copies, we're working on that in the background, or we have a contact at GameStop that would be willing to come on the show and inform us about some information, about the game. It wouldn't necessarily be so much directed at the Linux side of the game, but just an overview of the game. She's pretty knowledgeable on it from what I ascertained last night in my conversation with her. So she couldn't make it tonight, though, because she got stuck at work. Moogles, if you're watching this, here's a shout out to you, Moogles, at GameStop. We were anticipating you coming on the show tonight. I think you would have had a good time, and the invite is still open. You are welcome to come on Linux Tech and Gaming in future episodes to share any information you have related to Dying Light and maybe even other titles if they're Linux compatible. So that's it.
Yes, and hopefully the next time we report on this game, we have
better news, right?
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, hopefully it's not like Deadfall Adventures or Painkiller Hell and Damnation, where there's a year later and there's still issues with the game. Although I will be specific about those issues. It seems they're mostly AMD issues. And then I'll stop the conversation there because we always rant about AMD graphics and AMD gaming and Linux, and we need to do a little less of that.
I mean, I said last week that I was gonna work on that, and I haven't done a damn thing.
Working? You mean doing some benchmarking or what? Or what?
Well, I tried to. Yeah, your shirt. But I tried to deinstall the NVIDIA drivers and install the AMD drivers because I got an AMD card in my computer. And it didn't work so well. NVIDIA does some special stuff with the OpenGL libraries. And
Yep. I think they do.
I
Yeah, where it's...
I haven't
You know who
seen
could probably help you with that?
Glog?
Systrom.
System? Yeah.
Yep. He runs a 7990, which is like a dual sandwich card.
295X2.
But it's just one card. Huh?
It's like a 295X2
Yeah,
one
correct.
generation earlier.
Right. And he has to run a super specific FGLRX version just to get it to work, to play games and to get it to work with OBS and stuff. And he has a script that every time he gets a kernel update or some system update occurs that borks all of the sim linking that goes on with like the OpenGL graphics stack and then OpenGL libraries. He's got a script that he just simply hits a button and it just auto fixes his system, because he's been, dealing with Ubuntu or whoever distro messing up his graphics drivers forever. So he just has a script basically that fixes it all.
Well, I'll probably talk to him, but what my current game plan is to put another Arch install on a 32 gigabyte USB 3 flash drive that I have, and install the AMD drivers to that, and then just mount all my drives to have my Steam library.
Okay. Gotcha.
We'll see how that
all
works.
Right. Yep. All right, well, that covers Dying Light.
So far, I haven't gotten the UEFI boot to work on this drive yet, but we'll get it working.
Yeah. Oh, should we mention the fellow YouTuber that you have here in 4.1.2, or just move on to 4.2 of it?
I think that was Osiris that mentioned him, but...
Let's just go, we'll just mention 4.2. So apparently the game uses the Chrome Engine 6, and that's what's allowing it to run on Linux. Do you have any... I unfortunately don't have any information on Chrome Engine 6.
I don't either. Just question mark. Does this mean other games from them? I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if, Dead Island uses the Chrome Engine 6. I'm just sending out a tweet real quick, if you wouldn't mind continuing. I'd appreciate it.
Sure. Let's see, the Chrome Engine. Seems like it's been around for a while, because it's... Oh, wow, 2003. So it's an old engine. And it's up to version 5 now. But let's see, the last topic we have is Storm United. So
Storm United.
Yes, apparently Storm United is a first-person shooter. Runs on Unreal 4, I assume, but I'm not absolutely certain of that.
Wow. Hey, check this out. You're playing the video?
Yes.
Can you put it in full screen? Give it a try.
I don't think that works. Oh,
Should.
it does.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's what I do when I'm the hub. But yeah, awesome. And then that top thing should go away. There you go.
Oh, it's a Steam video player that doesn't do this, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, wait, no. Steam Video Player works for me when I do it too. You must just have maybe a Flash weird thing going on, because you got to have the 32-bit Flash libraries installed and all. It is kind of weird. Since Steam's just a browser, it doesn't full screen as easy as it does like in a browser like this. But the game, I'm impressed already. He's got 5 weapons, like, at his... Look at that gun. Wow.
And people are saying it's kind of Halo-ish.
Yeah, it does kind of remind me of Halo-ish. The movement seems... I don't know if I like the movement. It almost seems like he's floating. But... I mean... how long has this game been out? Is this the Unreal Engine 3? Or you said you think it's 4?
I believe it's 4, because this game is just now in alpha.
Ah,
this very
wow,
early alpha.
We're going to have to get copies of this. This looks... I like it.
I believe that this is...
So I'm looking at a few comments from this post. Yeah, down below it says that on their forum that in a week or so there will be a Linux client, which was a week ago. So I wonder, you know, if there's a Linux client available. Storm United. Let me pop into the IRC over here on Gaming on Linux and see if they have any more info on this real quick.
Yeah, to one of the commenters, it looks like Halo with a touch of Xonotic.
Right.
And I thought I had seen something about crowdfunding, but I'm not seeing that in the article now. But
oh wait, Desura? It looks over there on the right. It looks like it's going to be available through Desura. Or no? Am I reading that right? The right of the article.
Dark Gate.
It just says sales tracker. Oh, never mind. Okay, I don't know what it's all about.
Oh no, that's
never mind. Sorry, that's something else. Yep.
But according to this article, the game was originally built in Unity, which was dropped in favor of the Unreal Engine. Kudos.
Damn, nice.
Yes.
Because reasons. Yeah.
Because Unity.
I mean, yeah, exactly right.
I mean, some people want to put up with basically replacing the entire game engine to make it work perfect.
Right.
Some people don't.
Yep.
And I think Unity has its place, but when it comes to first-person shooters, Unreal Engine.
Right. I mean, come on. It's like a staple.
Yes.
It's like Unreal is the freaking... Isn't that the godfather of, first-person Twitch shooters? I mean, am I right there?
No, Doom is.
Well, okay, yeah, you're right.
But Unreal's definitely one of the first sons.
And the first Doom didn't have multiplayer, did it?
I think there was a multiplayer version.
Okay.
Somewhere.
I still remember walking into the computer lab, like before school really started in high school,
here.
And seeing people playing Doom against each other in the computer lab at school and thinking like, oh my God, like what's going on right now? That they're playing against each other and being able to shoot each other. This is like in 1998 or something. No, I'm sorry, 1995 or 94. They were playing some, I thought it was Doom. I could be wrong. They were playing some, maybe it was Quake or whatever, but it was some FPS, where you played in a LAN. It was a LAN multiplayer first-person shooter, and it was, they would get so into it. And I just, at that time, the only PC games that I was really into or that I played were like sports games on my father's Apple computers,
Sports games? Really?
Yeah, because sports games, well, me, I'm the kind of person that doesn't take risks as far as like spending money in a majority of the time. Like if I don't know anything about the game or I don't know how to play it more specifically, then I'm not going to buy it until I learn something about it or hear from a friend that that it's just like X, So you buy it and play it, and you'll have a lot of fun. So back in the day, because my dad has been an Apple fan since the start, he would have bought a Lisa computer if it was available. But instead, he bought like his Macintosh Plus for $5,000 or however much stupid amount of money it cost in late 80s or early whatever it was. But my point is the games that I always had were sports games. So I don't know. I do remember one time having like what was it, like an Indiana Jones type or detective type game. Yeah, System and I were. Yeah, System and I were talking about Oregon Trail and all the original like PC games, and those were actually on like 5.5-inch floppies, like literal floppies, because they would flop. I wonder if there's anybody watching our show that don't know what those are.
The Probably floppies not. In need of Viagra.
The floppies in need. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, you can still remember hearing the laser or whatever read the disc turning and clicking, and I mean it wasn't a laser, you're right. Whatever read the spinning, piece of plastic inside of the 5.5-inch
It was a cheap servo drive.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Gotcha. All right. Well, this game looks pretty promising. I don't. Did you ever get into Nuclear Dawn, or did you ever play Nuclear Dawn?
I seem to have heard the title, but I don't recall if I've ever looked into it. Probably not.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to remember how long ago I bought it, but it probably was a waste of money now that I think about it all. But whatever, it's just another game that
an RTS.
Haven't played yet.
Yeah.
Wait, what? It's a first-person shooter.
It says it's an FPS RTS hybrid.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, RTS.
I'm trying to think why they say it's an RTS. I mean, well, wait a second. Almost every first-person shooter that has objectives in the game could be considered an RTS.
Really. An RTS.
It requires strategy to win.
An RTS places you in God position, and you have to micromanage your whole team.
Sure.
And yeah, that's the thing.
What's this game? Armello? Have you checked out Armello?
Link.
A swashbuckling adventure that combines the strategic play of card and board games with RPG elements. Wow.
What?
That seems way too specific. I know, right? It's on the Steam front page or Steam store page.
What?
And then it's called Armello.
What is this?
It's called Armello.
What the hell?
Are you looking at it?
I am.
Okay.
An
Apparently,
RPG.
The graphics look really good.
Board game. What?
A strategic play of cards and board games with an RPG element.
I don't even. What is this?
Oh, by the way, if you have never played Portal, yeah, that's the reason I clicked on it. If you've never played Portal, then you have to go and buy Portal 2 right now for $4.99. You can go ahead. I'm giving you permission to minimize our podcast. Just leave the audio going and open up your Steam page. Go to the sale, Portal 2. The sale ends this Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Get the game for $5.
Get the bundle.
It's an awesome puzzle game that you can even co-op with a friend on to help you get through the levels faster.
Get the bundle because, you want to play Portal 1 so to know why.
That's true.
Portal 2 happened.
Doing certain. Right. Yeah.
And pay attention in this game.
I probably don't even know.
Pay attention in this game. There is a story, but it doesn't slap you in the face. You have to go looking for it.
Okay.
It's very subtle.
Something about humans and robots, right?
Something like that.
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
Less the robots. And it does tie into Half-Life. The whole Half-Life series.
Half-Life 3 confirmed?
It's
What you
confirmed.
just said?
It's confirmed. Gaben emailed me just now.
All hail Lord Gaben.
Yes.
Grim Fandango. All these, this is awesome how they've really tailored the Steam front page towards the user. Yeah.
Grim Fandango is another one. I have not played this one because this is an old game, and I didn't play it when it was new, and it was a really piece of shit technically. By the time you get up to today, I watched one YouTuber play it, and he had an enormous amount of trouble keeping it running.
Oh.
He had to hack it every way you possibly could just to keep it running.
What?
And
oh my God.
And then he even had to skip a small section of the game using somebody else's game save just because of a bug that could not be gotten around. So that was the original, by the way. But the remaster, I'm told, works great. I haven't gotten it yet personally, but it's a good price. It's a great story, and it runs on Linux now.
Right. That's awesome news. I mean, every one of these games that I'm at the store the Steam homepage is all Linux, but that's because it's tailored towards me, since I have a bunch of settings set for Linux gaming. But Gravity Ghost is another one, so that's an indie game. Gravity Ghost is a physics game with a twist. You run, jump, and soar around planets using gravity to glide through the air. But anyway, so I think that pretty much covers all of our topics, right? I believe.
Yeah. Oh, just as a note, Grim Fandango was one of the early games out of Double Fine Productions. And Double Fine Productions is one of those studios that has, for the last, I want to say, a decade, really supported Linux well. I don't think that they've put out any garbage lately or at all.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
that's really a good sign for that.
Oh, you know what I should do? We should play one of the Unreal. I think I should still have this in my history for YouTube. I'll give you the link. It was an Unreal Engine 4 demo that was just super impressive, in my opinion. Does YouTube have a history watch list or history playlist or?
It does, but it's probably buried. I mean, mine.
I didn't watch that many videos since I search history. Here we go.
Mine cuts off at like 10,000 videos, and I've watched many more than that. I'm watching 100 a week or more.
Oh wow!
On average.
I'll be honest with everybody. I barely have time to create content for my YouTube channel, let alone watch people's YouTube videos. So, if you are a fellow YouTuber or live streamer and you want me to check out your stuff, don't count on me seeing your videos in my subscription feed. Just directly link me. I don't mind, because that'll instantly, I'll get the Twitter and I'll see it, and it, I'll just say something like, "Hey, check out my newest video," or "Check out this," and I'll usually watch it. So, but otherwise, I try to go to my subscription feed and watch a few videos, but it's just I follow and subscribe to way too many YouTube channels, and I can't watch 4,000 videos a day. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but so if Atomic's got a video that he put out and he really wanted to share with me, he just sends me a DM or whatever. He says, "Hey, did you see my latest video?" And we just kind of chat about it, whatever else. So, it's no big deal. Just link me on Twitter or whatever, and I'll check it out if I have the time. A lot of times I'll play the video while I'm driving, and I'll just put it on the seat next to me or hold the phone right on my steering wheel and just kind of be peeking down every once in a while. But most times it's just listening to the audio, because I'll be perfectly honest, I'm generally not watching a video for the video unless it's like a specific thing that I needed to figure out about a level in a game and figure out why I'm stuck or something. Then I'll watch the video. But generally, I like listening to YouTube commentaries or YouTube videos, and the audio in it is what I'm after. So I'll just see your link, I'll click the link, and then it'll start playing, and I'll just set the phone down and continue driving, and it plays right through my car stereo, so I can hear, and if there's something like the commentator starts saying, so right here you need to go right, and then and that's when I'll pick the phone up and just kind of hold it on the steering wheel while I'm driving and just peek at it and see what he's doing or talking about. So, yeah.
Why do we need golf games on Linux?
Golf is cool, man. I'm a golfer.
Yes, but it makes for a boring video game. It also makes for a boring TV show.
I'll have to disagree. Me and my buddies, when I first moved out of my parents' house, I rented a 2-bedroom with a friend. Biggest mistake of my life, because he was the worst slob ever. But
coming from you, that is an insult.
We had so many nights of playing Tiger Woods, until 3 a.m, and playing for money, and gambling and whatever else, and a lot of fun was had playing golf. Now, to a non-golfer, sure, golf is super boring, and you wouldn't want to play that as a video game. But to a golfer, it just adds a whole new, excitement for the game to a golfer, just because you're almost able to, especially nowadays where they design the game almost after the real course. So if you're a golfer and you wanted to like play Pebble Beach, whatever, you can actually play it in the game and get an idea of the course, believe it or not.
Ooh.
So that's the only thing I wanted to say about golfing, and you just said it was a boring game or whatever.
Well,
but okay,
you just haven't realized it yet.
Yeah.
But here's something I have just run across. You Have to Win the Game is actually now on Steam. This is a game that I saw a little while ago.
Wait a second. The title is You Have to Win the Game?
Yes.
What? Okay, that's a weird title.
And this is an old school style 2D platformer. It's so old school that it actually simulates the curvature of a CRT monitor from the olden days. It's that serious about its roots.
Cool. Okay. Interesting.
And it is free to play. And it works on Linux. Get in your Steam client and go to this page, and then
okay, I am right now. Yeah,
play
I am. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's see.
That includes everybody watching the stream. Just go.
What is it again?
You Have to Win the Game.
All right, free to play. I'm clicking play right now. Play now.
Yes, all
Let's
the free to plays.
All the free to plays.
Yes.
It's only 901. No, it's 13 meg.
Yes.
I only have 901 meg remaining. Eek. I'm gonna,
you hard
me
drive
and my
peasant.
hard drive space. I know, right? Me and my hard drive space. I have a 240 gig SSD that's full apparently. It's only got a gig left on it, approximately. And then my other, 32 gig SSD that Arch is installed on, I just haven't cloned it over to this new 120 gig I have. But anyway, I can install it in a platter drive that I have.
Yeah.
So I'll just do that. That's got 32 gig left, so that's plenty of room. And then that also allows me to share it between Xubuntu and Arch as well.
Oh my god, you and your
Yep.
no disk space. Also, the Flash plugin crashed in Firefox. It took down 3 tabs.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Firefox, when are you going to get tab segregation? Like Chrome and Chromium? When is that going to be a thing?
Do we have a representative from Firefox listening right now?
Yeah, I wish.
Okay. Well, let him...
I'd be pleasantly surprised we do. Yes, if you are listening, Mozilla, please thread the goddamn browser.
Reddit?
It needs it. Thread it.
So when one tab crashes, it doesn't bring down all of Firefox?
Yes. It uses a horrendous amount of memory.
That would... Right, and doesn't even thread it. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
No, it uses a horrendous amount of memory to thread, but it's worth it.
Okay, sure.
This is why my 32 gigs. Because Chrome.
Osiris has 32 gig of memory, people, because of his browsing.
You just said Osiris.
I meant, okay, sorry, Atomic. I apologize.
He's got 8 gig like you do. And
yeah, we're only peasants. Yeah, we just have 8 gig.
You 8 gig peasants.
All right. You have to... Oh, wow. It fired right up. Oh, all the noise. Audio.
Yes.
70%.
And there's apparently a sequel.
Wow, it just auto did full screen. It auto did VSync on. It auto did 1080p. Wow, this is the first game that's ever happened to me in a long time.
Oh, yeah. There's a
CRT simulation on.
Yes.
Show monitor border.
There's apparently a sequel, I think a sequel to this game, called Super Win the Game, which has, it looks like the next era up in graphics, but it's still, CRT emulation.
Yeah.
It's not free to play. It's $12.99, but hey, yeah. I think I'm going to change the name of this episode to All of the Games.
Yeah. There you go. There was a browser, a brand new browser that I wanted to share with everybody that I was told about by a friend. He's a friend of the show. He plays on UbuCraft, and he's actually in our Mumble room right now. Let's go and quickly find out. Let's go into the members room and quickly just double check and see what browser this is, because it's an awesome web browser. And what the feature that he was telling me about, which is what's so awesome, is when you're playing a video, it'll pop the video out of your browser and full screen it without any border or anything. And I mean, maybe that doesn't sound fantastic, but the way he explained it is, it would prevent what just happened to you. So if the video, freezes up or locks up or crashes Flash or whatever, it sounds like it would be okay and your browser tabs would be unaffected. But let's just go over in this other room real quick and we'll double check with him.
And that no audio.
User entered your channel.
To find out what was that browser that you shared with me the other day, because I'd like to share it with everybody right now, because you are live on Linux Tech and Gaming.
All right.
So say hello. everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay,
right.
so the browser is it's Vivalida. I can't
put the
pronounce
link? Can you put the link in the mumble chat for Atomic so he can share it with everybody on the stream?
Okay, give me a moment. I'm typing it in right now.
All right. Cool beans. So how are you guys doing tonight? Are you playing on UbuCraft?
I am, and also getting crash course on how to run Antegris.
Yeah,
Nice.
I grabbed one of my D620s, wiped it, and then loaded Integro scratched so that he and I could go through the steps together, and I could give him the commands and stuff that he needs.
Yep.
Okay, I believe I posted what you're looking for in the correct location down there.
Yep. Thank you very much. We will go back to live. I appreciate your assistance, sir. We're going to finish up the show, and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit.
Alrighty.
Indeed.
Okay, the pronunciation for this is actually Vivaldi. Vivaldi is one of the classical composers. I'm not real familiar with his music. I'm just familiar with the pronunciation of his name. So,
Vivaldi is a brand new. I don't know how new it is, but Vivaldi browser is a HTML5 web browser.
slick. I've been looking for another web browser because I like to subdivide my stuff
Right.
into different browsers, and an HTML5 browser would be very handy right now.
Right? I would agree as well. I mean, here's some of the features, everyone. It's got quick commands. So if you're like a keyboard person and you enjoy, quick little keyboard stuff, it's all customizable, highly customizable, allowing you to make your own commands and run them quickly. It has notes built in. You can take notes while you're browsing, add screenshots to those notes right in the handy notes panel.
No.
The notes will automatically remember which site you were browsing at the time and allow you to add tags to easily organize them and find them later. It's got speed dialing.
Chrome is having a hissy fit.
Oh, is it?
Sorry, Chromium.
Because we're looking at Vivaldi, and Chromium's like, no, don't leave me.
No, it doesn't like it.
So all of your favorite sites are easily accessible in one place. You can create multiple speed dial groups. You can organize your sites based on interests like sports or news and tech, or different, contexts such as work or school. Some of these things are already available to us, in Chrome or Chromium, I understand. But this is it's a tech preview of a new web browser called Vivaldi.
Ooh.
And, it's...
I actually want to read their story here.
Hang on, let me just finish up with the two more features that it's the last of their feature set. So there's tab stacks. So if I know you open sometimes like 60 tabs, and then the icon's so tiny you can barely see where your stuff is. So apparently now you can organize it into a stack. So let's say that you have a stack of maybe live streaming stuff. So you got like 20 tabs open that are related to live streaming. Like maybe you got a forum of OBS, and then you got like maybe XSplit's website open, and then maybe you got some codec forum or whatever. I mean, so you can stack your tabs now. And then also the last one is obviously the biggest one. It's based on HTML5, and it uses the latest modern web technologies like JavaScript and React to create the user interface with the help of Node.js, Browserify, and a long list of NPM modules. Now, I don't want to make it seem like I know what any of that stuff is, but they're using the latest web technologies is the point.
Yes.
So go ahead and share their story.
Okay. In 1994, two programmers started working on a web browser. Our idea was to make a really fast browser capable of running on limited hardware, keeping in mind that users are individuals with their own requirements and wishes. Opera was born. So I think this is...
maybe a fork of Opera.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Our little piece of software gained traction, our group grew, and a community was created. We stayed close to our users and to our roots. We kept improving our software based on users' feedback as well as our own ideas on how to make a great browser. We innovated and we strove for excellence. Fast forward to 2015, the browser we once loved has changed its direction. Sadly, it is no longer serving its community of users and contributors who helped build the browser in the first place. So, maybe a little contention in the Opera camp there, I don't know.
Yeah, right?
So we came to a natural conclusion. We must make a new browser, a browser for ourselves and a browser for our friends, a browser that is fast, but also a browser that is rich in functionality, etc., etc.
Wow.
I'm getting it.
Right? I just clicked download. So it is available for Windows. It's available for OS X. It's available for Linux Debian based, Ubuntu or Debian. And then it's also got an RPM. It might, you're going to have to look. Maybe it's in the repos or in the AUR. Are you looking?
Oh, almost certainly is. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well, that's going to do it for episode 22 of the Linux Tech and Gaming Show, entitled Epic... No, I'm sorry. I'm just failing. Yeah, it is. It's Epic Awesomeness. And the only reason we titled this episode was because Atomic and I were talking late last night on the phone, and I told him that I had, an awesome show planned, and it was going to be Epic Awesomeness, and he's like, okay, you just named the episode.
Well, now we're going to change it to All the Games.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so now the title is going to be changed to All the Games.
Yes.
All right. Well, usually we end our show with information. So we do have a Steam group. If you aren't familiar, it is Linux Tech and Gaming on Steam. You can join that group, and that'll be the fastest way to be able to game with the Linux Tech and Gaming crew, myself, Atomic, and Osiris. And it allows you to connect to other fans of the show, and it allows you to participate in discussions that we have on the Steam group. It allows you to vote on certain things, and it's just think of it almost as if the easiest way to interact with the Linux Tech and Gaming community, because our website doesn't have forums. We don't really want to do that. We don't think. We don't want to start having to manage forums and users and having sections and all that maintenance that comes along with that. We're trying to create a community, yes, but we're trying to create it so that we're not just all working and never gaming and having fun. So the easiest way that we've come up with is this Steam group, and it allows, like I said, it allows you to communicate with us, interact with us, create topics, and like, for example, if you go to our Steam group right now, Atomic.
Yep.
I had put up a question for everybody, and if you are currently in the Linux Tech and Gaming Steam group.
This one from January 13th?
I didn't think it was that long ago, was it?
Which Windows games do you have that's also available in Linux?
No.
No.
Nope. That's one discussion. There's another discussion I thought I created. Maybe I forgot to hit submit.
Probably.
But it was a question about if you got to go to discussions, not overview.
Where's discussions?
Up top, the tabs.
Obviously, I don't use Steam community enough.
It's okay. All right. So if you look at the discussions, I had posed a question to everybody about whether they felt it was worth the money to buy the pre-sequel, Borderlands the pre-sequel. So I'm just waiting for the stream to catch up here.
Yeah, you need to watch the hitbox.
I'm still looking at you scrolling through everything, like looking for discussions. Okay, so basically, I haven't gotten any feedback yet. So, viewers, I'm looking for feedback from you guys. If you think that it's worth it to buy Borderlands the pre-sequel, and this is an open discussion and this is an open forum, so don't feel, let it all out. Basically, is what I'm saying. Don't hold anything back, and speak your mind, speak your opinion. That's what is great about a community like this, is it allows you to speak your mind and share with others your opinion, without fear of like retribution and getting flamed and all that stuff. I mean, at least you won't get flamed from me. I think we have a pretty good community. I mean, I've gamed with several of them recently. We had an awesome gaming session over the weekend, like in TF2, and we had almost a full team of 8 or 10 people, and it was a blast gaming with everybody. And so we do a little events like that quite a bit. Linux Tech and Gaming crew does, whether it's hosted here on the Linux Tech and Gaming shows, YouTube or Twitch or Hitbox, or it's posted on each of our individual streams on Twitch or Hitbox or YouTube. But we do try to interact with you guys and involve you guys, because that's what really strengthens a community, is just the gaming together part, because some people might be out there that don't have a lot of friends that are into gaming like you are, maybe, and we all three of us are really into gaming. It's a passion of ours. We enjoy gaming. So if you're looking to game with other people, then definitely join the Linux Tech and Gaming Steam group, and we'll have some great gaming sessions. Some of the games that I think I just wanted to mention right away, because people might be thinking, oh, well, I don't have any money to buy a game right now. Well, you got War Thunder. That is either a flying or a tank free-to-play game. No, it's not. I've been told it's not pay to win by Swoop, and he's really knowledgeable on the game. So
pay to look good while winning.
Okay, sure. So there's War Thunder is free. You got obviously a lot of Source games that are free, like Fistful of Frags and TF2. And Robocraft is another one that's, I think it's free, or am I wrong?
I don't know.
Can't remember right now. I'm just trying to mention all the free games right now for whether it's Windows or Linux. So that's the other great thing is, our show is about gaming with a Linux spin on it, but that doesn't mean you can't join our group just because you only run Windows. One of our objectives on our show is to help inform and educate gamers and PC users that there is another choice out there, that there is a Linux operating system, and depending on what you do with your computer, it is a viable choice as well, and obviously an affordable choice, since it is
definitely
$0. It is free. So anyway, that's going to do it for episode 22 of Linux Tech and Gaming, and I look forward to seeing everybody next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, as usual, every week. Osiris didn't end up popping in, but that's okay. He had some in real life stuff to take care of. But normally there's 3 of us. And, if you need to get a hold of any one of us, if you're on YouTube, all of our social media links are down below. And if you're on Hitbox or Twitch, the easiest way, probably, like I said earlier, is the player.me/any one of our names. So that's it. I appreciate everybody coming to the live stream and supporting us. That is so awesome. And I look forward to gaming with you soon. That's all I got.
Yep. See you guys later.